how can I change my career? Of course, every single story is different. Of course, every single goal and every single person are different. But there are some steps that no matter which is your way, you can follow in order to arrive where you want to arrive. I want to share them with you, and they are very concrete, so they are very, very doable. And I'm sure they will bring you where you have to go. So as you may think, I changed my career at least once. And actually, I changed my career a lot of times. In school, in my job life, from the university to the job. I studied something that was related with music when I was in middle school, then with the economics when I was in high school, then with philosophy when I was at the university, and now I, in my job, was a front-end developer, and now I am a full-stack developer. So literally my way was going all around, and now I am also here in YouTube, of course, and not only here. But in this video I'm not going to talk about my experience. I maybe will talk about it in another video, and if you're interested in hearing it, just let me know in the comments. But for now, I just want to tell you what helped me every single time that I changed my career, and every single time that I decided that I wanted to go in a certain direction that is different from the one I was going until that moment. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing that you have to make sure to do in order to change your career is trying to understand what you really want to do. And I'm not going to focus about this one because I think that if you click on this video, you already know it. And even if you are not very sure about what you want to do, but you just know that the career that you are doing right now and you are following right now is not the correct one for you, I would recommend you to see the video that I did about understanding which would be the best job for us, and then go back into this video in order to follow with the next steps. Because the first thing first is to understand what will make us happy and what way we want to follow. If not, we are not going anywhere, and all the effort that we are putting is just going to the rubbish. Now that we are all sure about what we want to do and which career we want to follow, the first step is to understand what this career requires in order to access it. So I'm talking about jobs, but I can also talk about university. As I told you, those steps are equally important and efficient for every single person that wants to follow every single career. So you can apply really at everything. And if you are into the university, and maybe you are into an economical university and then you want to switch to philosophy or I don't know what, the first thing that you have to do is go on the webpage of this university and see all the acceptance criteria that they have in order to make you available to ask to enter into this university. So maybe I don't know, you will be required to do some exams more in order to join it. Maybe it will be an access free, maybe you will have to do a test. Whatever it is, make sure to know exactly what you have to do in order to be able to ask to enter in this career. If you talk about job, otherwise, you have to make sure that the acceptance criteria of your job, so the desiderata that the companies that ask for this type of job have, are very clear to you. So I want to go into more companies' job opportunities and check for my role, the role that I want to pursue, what do I have to do in order to be a good candidate. And then wrote it down in both situations what I need to do, which are the criteria that I need to satisfy in order to be able to be a candidate to this other career. This is very important because if you don't know what required to you to be a certain something, you won't be able to be a certain something because you cannot put in effort the action in order to go there. Now that we have all what we need, we have all the points that we need to be sure that we have in order to pursue this career, we can do a little step on and we can try to think, well, do I have already something that satisfies those criteria? For example, I am in the university and because I'm very interested in it, I already did some exams of philosophy, or I already did some exams of physics, economy, or whatever it is. So if, for example, I have to have 5 exams for certain something, I maybe already have 2, so I know that I just have to do 3 exams more, for example. Or maybe I really like development, software engineer, or whatever it is, and so I already studied something for myself, I already did some projects, I already know something because I am doing this in my free time, or in a certain situation I developed some soft skills that in this job are required, and so I don't have to work on it that much because I already had it, something like that. try to understand in your baggage that can be created by your experiences, your jobs, your studying, whatever it is, what is inside this baggage that can help you and that is already in this list, in order to not replicate it, and also in order to understand that you are already a little bit further into this process. So now that we took it off from the list, all what we don't really need because we already have it, we can focus about and we can have a real good panoramic of what we still need to do. And now that we just have in front of us all what are the obstacles or just the things that we have to work on, we have to be very clear with ourselves. And we have to really think about, do I really want it? Do I really feel it is worth it? Do I think I am able to do it? And you have to be very honest and also very self-conscious of yourself in both ways. In the way that you are able to understand that it is too much for you. If it is too much for you, I think that it is almost never the case. Or if you are able to do that. So don't be discouraged, just try to understand how much do I care about it, how much struggle it will require me. Of course, you can just have an idea, you don't know for sure. And then, am I able to do this? And I can guarantee to you that 99% of the times the answer is yes. But you really have to make sure that you want to put this effort, you want to do that, you are able to do that. And so you have all the strength and the mental condition in order to go follow your dream and your goal. Because if you're not sure about what you want to do, if you do not have this effort volunteer, you are not going anywhere, because then problems will come and then you will stop. So be sure that for what you have in front of you, you know that you want to follow it, you know that you want to put effort in it, and you know that you can do that. Then you can start doing something. And I can guarantee to you that right now we are already at the 60% of the work, I feel. Once you are completely sure that you want to do that, that you can do that, and whatever we said before, then we find ourselves with our beautiful paper in front of us and some notes, some points. But how can we really achieve them? Because maybe those points are very generic. But now that you really want to follow them, you have to do something that I already talked about in the previous video that I did. And it is create subtasks that are doable to you. So understand who you are, understand what are you able to do with yourself, with your ability, with your time, with your hobbies. You don't have to drive you crazy. And of course, if it's something that you want to achieve in a very short amount of time, maybe you can also, just run a little bit and not take care about something that it's important to you but not that important to you. But never forget to live, never forget what you like, and to surround yourself of activities and things and person that you love, because if not, you will go into burnout, you won't be able to finish everything, and you will find yourself not only with nothing in your hands because you didn't arrive to your goal, but also with something less than what you started with. So I don't want to scare you, I just want to prepare you to something that happened to me and I hope never happened to you. So do things that you feel that you can do. Analyze yourself, analyze how much time really you can dedicate to this thing. How much time do you have and do you want to give to this something? Because if you underestimate it, it's not a problem. But if you overestimate it, you will find yourself or in burnout or just not being able to follow it. And so all your project and your plan will just, want to be balanced, and so something can go wrong. Just be completely honest with yourself and try to create subtasks that are doable. You don't have to do them every single day, you can't do them every single day, but every single time that you do one of those subtasks, you have to feel that you can do that it is something doable for you, and so at the end of the day, you will be able to see it finished. If not, it is difficult. This thing is very important because after that you have done it, you just have to go on and follow your dreams. This is the last tip that I have. Of course, there could be so much more to say, but then it won't be, accessible for everyone, because we will go a little bit more into the specific or what you want to do, and this is not the goal of this video. I just wanted to give the step in order to be able to organize yourself in order to go where you wanted to arrive. Then every single sub-steps it is something that you should try to understand by yourself, or that you should try to understand also thanks to people that are already doing it. And this is very important. It's not really a step, but it is a suggestion that I want to give you. And it is, I want to do a specific university. Go on a social media and just try to find people that are doing it, maybe on the page of the university, maybe just contact a single person as you prefer, but just try to connect with someone that is doing it, and just maybe more than one, because then you can have a little bit of a more good panoramic, because if you just hear a person, maybe you can have already confusing information. But try to understand where are you going to, thanks also to people that are already there, so you can also have a little bit more an idea of what you need to do, of what you are going to be doing once you arrive there, and whatever. But always understanding and remembering that those people are just people, and so their experience don't necessarily will be your experience. Maybe they will be so happy and excited, and then, you know, it won't be that beautiful to you, or the opposite. Maybe they are, you know, having a hard time, so they will tell you something that for you won't respect the reality, because for you it will be so much better. So always try to keep a distance between what you ask them, what is answered to you, and what you think will be the reality. But of course, really try to have another point of view in people that are already doing it. And the same is for jobs. Try to ask to someone that is already going this job, or that is already working this company that you want to work in, whatever it is. Try to find people that are already working in this area, that are already following this career, and just ask them, what do I really need? Because, you know, sometimes company put a lot of stuff in the desiderata, and then it is not really needed, or at the contrary, there is something that they are really focused on, but they don't write it. And I don't know, maybe you think that the environment there is in a certain way, and then maybe it is not, and whatever. So do the same also for the jobs. And lastly, always remember that you deserve to be happy. That is never too late to change your career, that is never too late to change your path, and that the only thing that matters is that you know that you can do that, because you can do that, and that you deserve to be happy without hurting anyone, but in every single way that you feel is the best for you. So don't be afraid, go do that. If you feel that this is your direction, maybe it is because this is your direction, you will have to put effort, you will have to sacrifice something at the beginning. Maybe just make sure that you are not sacrificing something too important. And maybe you are seeing this because you are already trying to do that, and then you got stuck and you are not very sure about following on, or just come back, or whatever it is. Follow on. If you think this is your way, it is for a reason. If you think that you want to pursue this, is because inside of you, you know that you can do this. So just put yourself with all your effort inside these thoughts. Just grab those thoughts with all your energy and don't let them go. And when the moment hard arrive, and I can guarantee to you that maybe and most likely will arrive, you will be able to understand and separate the moment of hardness and your goal. Maybe this moment is hard, but it is not because I'm not useful. It is not because I can't do it. It is not because this is wrong and this is not the right path. It is just because every single thing have their, difficulties. And you just have to overcome them. And to overcome them, you have to be very sure that you want to achieve it. And whatever we said, I don't know if in the second or third point of this video, if you are very sure that this is your way, nothing can stop you. Just make sure that you don't go into burnout and don't hurt anyone else around you, and then it will be fine. I can guarantee it to you. So I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish you a very beautiful day, a very beautiful life. And before leaving you, I just wanted to tell you that something very huge is coming on very soon. For me, it is huge, but I think also for the content of this video, there are some things that are happening but that are not yet completed, so I didn't want to tell you before I was sure that those were coming, but they are coming. And so make sure to subscribe, follow, and do whatever you want, because in a very little time I will be able to tell you, and you will be able to see something new in this channel and also on my Instagram. So yeah, make sure to follow, give a like if you enjoyed this video, and also if you think that someone else could need it, because then the algorithm will know that this content is important for someone, and so he will share it with more people. And I wish you all the best and a very beautiful day and a very beautiful life. Bye.